have the doctor who's going to be starting her 1 hour workshop. It's going to be an interactive workshop in the Playroom on awakening our Trinity womb with Dr. Leonore Merciano Luna. She works with the conscious feminine medicine. That's going to be a 1 hour workshop right now in room number 1. And coming up next in here, in this room, we have Millie, my friend for over 25 years. We reconnected recently and I asked what she's doing, and now she is now on my event. So I'm so happy that she's joining me and back in my life again. And she's here to talk to you about how your eyes don't lie. Before I introduce her, I want to let you guys know that in room number 2 is where we have 5 minutes for free. All the readers and healers and everyone who's involved today is offering 5 minutes, and you have to go into room number 2 to book it. And if you're interested in what they're offering, then you can book additional further time with them, whether you want to have the session with them right here today or in the future. And some of them are like either cutting out, like they're done for the day, they have something to do, or they're just coming on board. Some practitioners are just arriving now. I know Michelle's arriving now until 9 o'clock and she's available, and she's not actually going on until 6:15. So she's actually available for 45 minutes. I know she's feeling it out right now. But the doctor is going to be in room number 1, and and I'll introduce you what she's doing. So she specializes in feminine soul activation, healing physical and emotional imbalances, fertility, thyroid, anxiety, breast implant illness, feminine lineage trauma, and reclaiming your voice and power, abundance and manifestation. She's going to be in room number 1. And Millie Miranda is going to be here, and in this room, this is what you call the main room. So you guys have the opportunity to jump around on your own from room to room. If you go to the bottom of your screen, you're going to see a word that says more. It'll have 3 dots or 4 squares. Click on that with your mouse. If you are on your computer, if you're on your phone, it might be on your top left or top right. Just got to click on that. You're going to see a word that says breakout rooms. Click on that. You're going to see a menu board that pops up. It's white. If you scroll that down, you're going to see numbers starting at number 1, and you hit the word join. There's a blue button, and that's room number 1. You can click on that right now if you want to go join the workshop with the doctor. You can jump in and out throughout the hour, but I suggest that once we get started at 5:30, that's where you want to be. And then you can stick around for Iridology here in the main room, and she's going to be presenting for 45 minutes as well. So for the next 45 minutes, we got 2 big presentations, an hour in the other room and 45 minutes here. Yeah. So she actually needs to get started right now, and people are in the room right now. So if you want to join room number 1, she's just, she got bumped out and she just got back into Zoom. And if you guys want to have some readings, there's still some readers available, and that opportunity will happen in room number 2. You can click and join you can go into room number 2 on your own where it says join. And right now, Royden is in there and Kiana's in there helping you guys with the bookings. I know Rochelle is coming soon and she might be taking over that room. You got to pay them directly. You can also book the appointments in the future if you both don't have time today. We also give away a door prize after everybody presents. They'll give away something, you know, that they're offering, usually a session for anywhere from a half hour to an hour. And you have to put your number in the chat in order to win. And the other rule is that you cannot have won another prize today. So, you know, you might be feeling lucky. It's fun to play, you know, makes you feel good, but you can only win 1 prize per day. So this is your chance to go grab some water, grab some food, go to the bathroom, walk the dog, answer your phone calls, because we're going to get rocking and rolling in a moment with Millie in the main room. Right now, we got the Playroom experience happening in room number 1. Room number 2 is the booking room. So guys, if anyone's just joining us or listening to us on YouTube or on Facebook, this is where the party's at. This is where the interaction is. This is where the door prizes are. This is where you can have real conversation with people and meet community. So come join us. It doesn't cost you anything. Go to Healers Network Virtual Fair. Better yet, go to bit.ly, bit.ly/528 fair. That's 528 fair. That will get you direct registration right into Zoom. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you enjoy the experience, and you can give us a donation. If you give us a donation, we'll give you the recordings. So you make me happy, you keep me in business, you keep yourself happy by getting your answers and clarity, you keep these healers and practitioners, readers, and light workers happy by continue to offer their services to you in an affordable manner. I make it affordable and they're making it affordable, so there's no excuses. So people do wait all month for these opportunities. Okay, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Miss Millie Miranda, Iridology, known as Miss Miranda. She started off doing massage way back when, and then she started exploring the body. And she studied alternative medicine since 1993. And then she studied Qigong and food-based healing and iridology. And she's been in practice in all different places, from California, Costa Rica, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. Having combined healing with all this knowledge, she helps people in many places. She speaks from the water we drink to the food to simple exercises that we can do to health. And welcome. And she goes by facebook.com, holistic energy with an I, QI, right? That's cute. All right, so you're going to be on the stage for 45 minutes, and you're going to be talking about how your eyes don't lie and how iridology can save your life. So welcome to the stage, and so good to having you down.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. At my last speech, I was going with the flow, but here I can give you more details on iridology. It was invented back in the 1800s and by a doctor that he wasn't a doctor. He was a small young kid, and he saw an owl that was injured. And, you know, owls has these huge eyes. And when he went forward to take care of the owl, he saw cells growing where he spotted where it was dark because his leg was injured. So he just wrapped up his leg and let him sit there, you know, to heal. And while that was happening, there was new cells growing into the iris area as well as he was healing. So he said there's something here in our iris. We have 28,000 nerve system that goes from our iris to our spinal cord to each organ. So our eyes can tell us anything that's going on. I've also seen people that I've seen it in their iris first, that may have problems in the future. And lo and behold, they would end up in a hospital once I mentioned, you know, listen, go to a doctor and see about this or that and the other.
Mel, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Can you stabilize your screen?
My screen?
Yeah, it's wobbling. What is it leaning on? You have it on a flat surface?
Yeah, it's on a flat surface now.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I felt like I was on a boat.
Sorry.
Okay, you're good.
Okay. Maybe the excitement and moving this whole thing here. I won't touch it.
So kind of recap that, because, you know, I kind of just, it was hard to concentrate with the screen moving. I was listening to you and getting dizzy. So you're talking about some kid. How old was this person that discovered?
It was a young kid out in Budapest, Hungarian area. Lo and behold, he saw an injured owl and he went to take care of it. And once he took care of it, he also saw on the iris of an owl, cells regenerating in his iris. So this young man became a doctor, and once he got into that field, he started going to cadavers to see if whatever they died from correlates with the area of the iris. And that's how he got a hold of a map just like this. So, I mean, it's a little tedious to understand, but little by little, you'll see. Let's say if I am looking at somebody's head area because they suffer from migraines or anything thereof. Perfect example, 11, I would check from 11 to 1 on each iris, 11 to 1. I don't know if you can see it well. So here's an example. I had a cousin in which she had a degenerate stage around that area. And I kept telling her to go to a doctor, there's something going on, and so forth. She didn't believe in doctors and she started having tumors in her head. So yeah, this is a pre-existing thing that I saw and she never took care of it. So when we first start looking at the iris, what we're going to look at is the condition, constitution, and the stages. Those are two things. I want to show samples of irises that could be more in depth on explaining what I see in your iris. And these pictures are random. So I'm going to show you this one here. This person here, you see where the arrow is, this person here has an overactive stomach. So you see this like white area here. So that is an overactive stomach. So this person will be belching, burping, heartburn. And those are the questions I'll be asking when I see something like that. So the constitution is just the fibers of our iris. You can see the fibers really tight. I want to use this as sample.
You have a comparison, like a normal than an abnormal?
Oh yeah, I do. Let me see. Let me look for it.
Are you pointing at the fuzziness on the outside?
This here on the outside?
Yeah.
Okay, what that is I'll get to it. What that is somebody that's somebody that their constitution is weak. It's weakening. It's weakening. It's because they're not absorbing the nourishment that we need on a daily basis. I do have one that's normal. Well, the way they claim is normal. Okay. I'm going to show you brown eye while I'm looking for that one. This one is this person here has blue eyes. You can see like the stomach area, they're not absorbing food well. These what is this? Spokes that's coming up the brain, it's like it's probably either mucus or toxicity absorption that they're having. It's just a beginning of it, and it's coming from the colon area as well, because you see all these lines that are here. There's a spasm on this side. It's supposed to be closer to the eye, and you see this one is tightening. So this person has a hard time going to the bathroom. Yeah, you see this darkness here is more degeneration or chronic. That's there's no blood flow or no nerve endings that are going to that area. So that person may have like either knee problem, ankle problems, anything here. Here is a strong constitution.
That's a big difference.
A big difference, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, even though this person does have a strong constitution, you still see a little bit of lacunas going in here. That's like openings for toxic deposits going on.
Where it starts separating and gets darker.
Yeah, Well, it
Mhm.
starts separating, and there's 4 stages. This one could be on the first or second stage. Whenever we see that, it'll be either a light colored, like whitish, you can see whitish. Second stage, grayish, light gray. Third stage, dark gray, and degenerate, like we saw in the other one, is black or very dark. All right. Here is one. Let me stay with this one. Here's one that this I've seen these eyes too. This one has a really weak constitution, which they don't bounce back easily on healing. Here we go.
Oy.
Yeah,
That's-
this person may
Mm.
have maybe taking some mental health medication because the iris is huge. You can tell on that. This person, when they get sick, it takes a long time for them to heal. But someone like the stronger constitution, they will like have a cold today and maybe by 2 or 3 days, they're fine.
It's like Swiss cheese holes in their eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of medication there, and then a lot of weakness in there. And the weakness is showing from 11 to 1, which is the head area. 5 to 7, which is the lower part of our bodies. So these are all the internal organs around this area. So yeah, this person's having a hard time with their lives.
Hmm.
This here is called Sora. All right, this here is called Sora. This is like hyperpigmentation. Somebody that it's either taking prescription drugs or non-prescription drugs. There's body waste that it's not coming out of the body. It's just laying there in different areas of our body. So wherever your organ is, it'll be weak. For instance, let me see if this iris is. This is a left iris.
So they got so much toxins it's landing in their eyes.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes. I'm going to show you this here. Okay, this one right there. It's on the left eye, and it's showing on like the tongue, the tonsils. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to see around this area.
Yeah.
So and it's, look at the color of it. It's kind of a chronic color. So they may have something going on in there as well.
Thyroid.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be thyroid, tonsils, pharynx, lower jaw, anything from the lower jaw is a big little piece there. So yeah, they would have to, how do you say, confirm if it's that area or not.
Go get it checked out.
Yeah.
So, it's a pre-warning, your eyes don't lie. It's an indication of what the poisons are going on inside of you.
Yeah. Okay, this person has a bowel restriction, and the bowels are very important to you have to go to the bathroom at least 2 to 3 times a day. That's the norm, 2 or 3 times a day. This one has a very bad bowel restriction here. Okay, here it shows like it's out, so it's probably an inflammation going on here. Here is showing it's in, so everything is tight in that area. This is somebody that may have problems going to the bathroom, and when they do, it's like every 3 to 5 days.
Wow.
Instead of daily. So our iris tells us just a whole bunch of everything that we need to know.
So can you see animals' eyes then? Are you able to identify?
Yes, however, like, or the structure or the map, where is it, of the iris would be different than this. Yeah, it's like, let's say their organs could be somewhere else this way or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, I've always been interested about animals as well, and cats and dogs. I know somebody does it for dogs. Well, I think we lost contact though. All right, this is an iris where it's really interesting because I saw this in my aunt's iris and I told her to stop using rancid oil. There's a thing in the Hispanics that they keep using the same oil for just about everything to cook. This has a coagulation here. This is like the vetus area is not even breathing. It's cholesterol. It's called like a cholesterol sodium, chronic buildup and absorption of inorganic salt, heat damage, fatty oil substance.
That's a heart attack. That's a heart attack right there.
Absolutely, because
Right?
this one, yes, they could have high blood pressure. The calcium is not there. They can crack bones because bones are really together with calcium and food that has calcium in it. I saw this in her eyes and I said, oh my God, this isn't, I kept telling her not to reuse. And salt, well, Hispanic like salt. There's another one here that you can tell. Let's see. So what am I looking for? First, I'm looking for constitution. How strong are all these fibers are together? That's the constitution. Then we look at the stages. The stages, this one has a bowel problem. The stages they're in. This one, it's you see how this is all blown up the way is on the picture. It's not supposed to be that way. All of this is supposed to be right here, like in the autonomic nerve reef, all of that around. We had a normal bowel movement, all of this would not appear. It would be closer to the autonomic nerve reef, which is that circle that you see. This person has a muscle spasm in the bowel walls, restriction in evacuating, painful, cramping. Somebody is cramping and probably hasn't gone to the bathroom for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. It's bad. So in the arrow, they show how these little shape things is called lacuna. This one is a closed lacuna. This one is an open one. This one looks like an open one as well.
The arches.
Yeah.
Like pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, got it.
I wish I could show you a picture of my mother's iris because her iris are very interesting, and she's been operated for a few times for what's it, glaucoma in the eyes. So yeah, I see a lot of darkness there, a lot of darkness from the 11 to 1. So at some point she may have dementia or something. I don't mention, in reality, I don't mention what illness it is, but there are cases that, it's an obvious case. And at some point, sadly, so she's already losing her eye vision. So what's next? Okay. This is somebody with anemia. This is somebody that their circulation, it's not working well. Maybe they have cold hands or cold feet all the time. all the time. Oh, I'm always cold. So yeah, this is not good. This is not good. What I would recommend for this person would be, the first thing is to start brushing your skin from your hand to your heart, on each side, from your feet up to your heart, everything upwards. Well, this way it's downwards because it's to the heart. Because you get some circulation going, you get the toxicity out of your skin, because you lose, you get through, how do you say it? Toxicity will leave out of your body through your skin, eyes, nose, mouth, ears, and you know where. So this person will be very cold, and they would need like warming herbs in order to that to change. And you notice here too, now I'm looking at over here, they're not really absorbing food as well. It looks like an over acid stomach. And then those fibers, those stringly lines, they look like a little wavy as well. This iris, you see this here's like a little triangle there. What's this iris? This could be the left eye. And that little triangle, like the same area, thyroid, tongue, or lower jaw.
And that's a cold person because it's fuzzy and it's all close together. What are we looking at here?
Okay, you were looking at it how it's fuzzy out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like this person, it probably doesn't even breathe well.
Yeah, it's not clear at all. There's no like defining.
There's no lines.
Right.
There's no lines. I mean, you see a little bit here, but that's about it. And then a little bit maybe here underneath the arrow.
Hold up a good eye. Hold up a good eye next to that. As you're doing it, let's see the difference of a good eye, bad eye. Okay. Yeah.
All right. As we get older, we lose functions of things. This person is in the old age, and they have is lack of circulation to the head. This is called an arcus, but you really don't need to remember these names. It's just look at the lack of circulation that's going on in certain part of the body.
Oh God. Oh Lord.
So this is a person that it's a classic old age kind of thing.
Wow. No one's home. Like no one's home.
It is often associated with failing memories, cerebral function. Yeah.
Even the iris in the middle.
And this is a brown eye. So imagine that we could really notice that faster than a brown eye than there would be in a blue eye.
Was the middle of that black?
The middle of that, right here?
Yeah.
Well, this is normal. I mean, that color's normal. But you see the circulation here, it looks a little like if it was swollen or something. You see a little redness and brownish and stuff. They're not really absorbing food well. I like to I think I showed you one with
Do they have problems seeing also, that person?
Seeing what?
Do they have problems seeing? Is it things foggy for them?
Possibility, because let's say if somebody with sinuses, it's going to affect the eyes, it's going to affect the head, everything's affected because everything's connected with 28,000 nerve endings reaching every part of the body. All these nerve endings here will connect and we'll have a congestion going on, whether it's mucus or toxic or anything. All right. Right, I remember saying about lesions and lacunas, but this one is a closed lesion. So these are closed, they look like tulips.
Mhm.
Yeah, like teardrops or tulips. These tissues are weakening, and which makes the blood and nerve supply be restricted. When it's an open lesion, there's still blood and nerve going in there, but it's also getting restricted once it's closed because it starts to seal off or encapsulate the whole area and just concentrate on that area. There's a lot of irises that I don't think it's true what they say that you don't see an iris that duplicates, because every iris is so different. Every person has a different way of lifestyle. Like this person that heals right away, they probably dot their I's, cross their T's, you know, while this other person just spends a lot of time in the ER and aren't able to move forward with life.
What about twins?
Twins, I've checked out twins and I'm surprised they're still alive, but they're doing alive and well. And they have something like this. They were born genetically with a lot of issues. And one of them that they can't have children. You know, and I guide them to say, well, you can't look at what you can't have, because then you'll always be miserable. You got to see what you can have and you can do. And they're still alive. They're in their probably 30s right now. So they use medication. And so far it's doing really well for them. All right. Anxiety. Here's one that's very interesting, and I don't think anyone in this earth doesn't have one. This is the way that we analyze the anxiety. Lines. And lines that are going over certain organs as well. So maybe that organ may be weaker than like this side. This is not too many lines, and this one's a lot. So any organs that the nerve fibers and the nerves that are there may be weakening that here. Okay.
Are those red or dark?
What here?
The black lines, the dark lines.
The black lines. Oh, these here?
Yeah.
Those are, you know how water is, that when you're trying to fix something, the water just goes to where the stream is, where the stream or the current is stronger. That's what's happening now. It's just making way to the brain area for toxicity to then come into like lacunas, like the other picture that I showed, the lacunas, the lesions. Yeah, not surprised, another area here again. So yeah, all these are called nerve rings or cramp rings. Anxiety, tension, stress that finds its way to his body tissue. You know, there could be stiffness or restriction of blood going to these areas. So yeah, I haven't seen an iris which doesn't have this, but I'm gonna say it does have differences, because it could be somebody that has very little to very much. And you're taking medication. This is a big iris right here. This blackness. So they probably taking mental health medication. Okay, let's talk about the lymphatic system.
Does any other medication show up in the eyeballs? Because you keep mentioning mental health medication only.
No, just the ones that had the brown stains on there. You can say that they're using drugs. And the iris is more, the black of the iris is more for mental health. Okay, anyone has issues with the lymphatic system, this would happen. I have a friend that has there's so many lymphatic diseases right now that I can't even catch up with them. But in the iris, you can see how well it's doing or how not so well it's doing. This is a lymphatic rosary. Our lymphatic is right below our skin.
Mhm.
And that's why it's good to brush our bodies so we can get rid of all the toxicity that's trying to get out of the body. So this person has an acute stage because it's still white, but in some areas it's a little gray. So they have an acute to a subacute stage of lymphatic issues.
Mm.
And you see here, like this squiggly.
Mhm.
Yeah, they could probably even have cold hands and cold feet as well, because now nourishment or blood or nerve endings are not getting their nourishment or not getting to the area.
About all the brown on the side of their eye.
We're right here.
No, more like 4 or 5 o'clock. The brown around the iris.
4 or 5 o'clock around here.
Up near the middle of the eye.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be a mixture of, person being cold. Oh, I'm always cold. I always got to carry a sweater with me.
Cool.
And it's so important because brushing our lymphatic system will release 3 to 4 pounds of toxicity of the entire body.
When?
Every day.
What?
Every day.
3 to 4 pounds a
3
day?
to 4 pounds, yeah.
Why are we not brushing our bodies? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, right before you get into the shower, just take one of those loofah sponge and just go, brush over towards your heart. Always towards your heart. Always towards your heart. The face to neck going down to the heart. Now the back is a little difficult. You could do whatever, but your stomach going upwards, your legs, your knees upwards. I had a, you know how you have the little calcium on your foot area side of your big toe? When I start brushing, that goes really low and it's almost gone. Okay, I'm going to show you an acute stage versus a degenerate stage. My Spanglish is a little tough today. An acute stage where it's all white, and then the degenerate, it's black or really dark. So we go through acute, subacute, chronic, and degenerate. That's degenerate's like not getting any fluids in there, not getting any blood circulation in there, not the nerve ending is not even working. So upside down. This is one with an acute stage, and this one is a degenerate. Oh, let me go fast. Okay. So where the arrows are pointing are the areas that here is an acute, it's a white, it's like the beginning stage of something going to go wrong. And then the degenerate stage, it's not getting, see that darkness in there, This is somebody with probably knee issues, back problems or something. So, I mean, there's a huge difference trying to catch it at an acute stage. So that way, you'll see new cells growing into the iris as well. Once your lifestyle of eating and nutrients changes. This one got a little yellow there. It's probably taking some medication for that. Thank you.
Cool.
All right. I mean, I can go on and on because I love this. All right, this is something that I can relate to. Well, let me show you the subacute stage first to the degenerate. So we see the difference as well. This is the subacute, and this is a degenerate. The same picture you saw earlier. So you see it's starting to get from white to a little grayish in this area, right here. This person's not absorbing food well. See how their autonomic nerve reef is too wide.
It is very different than the rest.
Yeah. All right, now this is someone, okay, here, what I can relate to, because this is what I had. Is a drooping right here, from here to there, because it is ascending, transverse, descending. So the ascending, it's wide up there. The transverse, it's tightening, it's like lowered. It's like closer to the black eye. The transverse colon can put pressure in our organs with the liver or the spleen, the diaphragm. And this would show between 11 and 1. It shows like it has the loss of muscle causing a prolapse. So this is called a prolapse and putting pressure on the organs underneath.
Looks like it's like collapsed, so it's not like even up.
Right, it's not even like straight, you know, where it's supposed to be, where that circle is. It's even past the circle, it's like lowered. So yeah, growing up, I really had a hard time going to the bathroom myself. So it now explains, you know,
Cool.
the difficulty.
Do doctors work with you, or they don't send people to you?
I'm sorry? I didn't hear the question.
Do doctors work with you?
No, I had to find this out by myself.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, like, you know, when people can't figure out what's going on, like doctors, they don't want to consult with.
Yeah, now they're in another plane. God bless them. Yeah, it's, you know, it's a restriction. Blood and nerve supplies not going to the effective areas or whatever. And I would take either flaxseed or chia seed. That's my thing right now. I love chia seed. And I mix it up with dark chocolate, and dark chocolate is better than milk chocolate. It's healthier. And it has a lot of magnesium, which is so needed. You know, like a lack of sleep and lack of a lot of things that we can't function. All right, this one is for someone that may suffer from the weather, lack of breathing, sneezing, coughing, allergies. I'll say hello to my doggy. Oh, he wants my attention. This is somebody with sinus congestion. Remember I said from 11 to 1 o'clock, there it's from the neck up. So already they're getting these spokes, and soon enough that'll open up into like an acute stage or subacute from here to here. Yeah, here we go. So sinus headaches or sinuses or anything like that. It's this is what I'll see in their iris without them telling me. And you see a little bit of prolapse going here, not too much, but yeah, it's affecting as well.
Well, you got to start wrapping it up now. We got a few more minutes left, and I want to be able to do a door prize with you.
Absolutely. I hope you enjoy this. Like I said, your iris is the window to your whole health. You will know immediately why certain things are going on. It could be genetics. It could be something that my little dog is bothering me. It could be genetics. Could be something that just medication that did to you, or something that you developed. Lifestyle, because of the lifestyle. So I appreciate you listening, and I hope that you learned a lot today. Thank you.
That was really interesting, Mel.
Thank you.
Really cool. I know the doctors should be working, and I cannot wait to actually recommend people to you, because, you know, there's so many people who are being unsolved mysteries, and they're coming to us healers because we're like the last result sometimes, and they're tired of being poked and prodded, and they feel helpless.
Right. And you know what that prolapse did to me as well, and no doctor would diagnose it. I had to research it after 10 years and after a whole bunch of studies. The diaphragm, I get spasms on my diaphragm, you know, when I'm either stressed out or, so I do a lot of breathing exercise. Another thing that will make your abdominal move quickly and better is breathing exercise, and people breathe from their chest and not from your belly button. And that's very important. That's super important. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for listening. And what do I just leave?
No, we're not done yet. We're gonna do a door prize, and they're gonna have to put a number in the chat if they would want to win a prize from you.
Awesome.
And, yeah.
Absolutely. Some people left phone numbers. I appreciate you. Thank you. I will call you.
You got to save the chat, but also you're gonna get a copy of it as well. We'll send it to you.
Oh, super. Thank you so much.
I don't know if anyone saved anything. Maybe if they sent it to you privately.
Maybe. I don't know.
So Millie's available. You guys can follow her in her room if you have any private questions and want to talk to her. Coming up next, we have Michelle SB. We still have in room number 1 right now in the Playroom experience with the Dr. Leonore Marciano Luna. She's doing healing with the feminine womb in room number 1.
Okay. I have a Facebook, Holistic Energy and Active Living.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm meant to branch out another, like Alignable. I have that as well, but like I said, technology. But this I can enjoy.
So this is a Facebook group?
Yes, a Facebook group.
Sorry, I would have known. I would have posted it for you. So
Okay.
Vicky, Facebook group, Facebook/group, Holistic Energy and Active Living.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, so put a number in 1 to 100 in the chat, and Millie, write down on a piece of paper or sticky note a number, and then we're going to give away a door prize. A session with you.
Wonderful. Yes.
So this is for people who haven't won a prize yet today. And the closest number to her winning number is going to win. Lucky person. I can't wait to have a session with you.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to peg me, man. Girl, we've known each other since I've been 29 years old, 30,
30 years.
30 years, 40, 50
Yeah,
years.
30 years. Yeah.
Okay, ready. We're gonna do a 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's pick a number. Ready, Mill? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What is the number?
55.
Where is it?
You want me to write it down?
Well, you're supposed to write it down.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, we need to know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yay. Oh, she's not showing herself. Oh, my dog.
I always show myself. Hello, thank you. Oh my God.
There you go. Yes.
And I was thinking about that. I was like, ooh, she could look at my thing and help a million people because my condition is under researched. So who knows? We might get you, you know, right where everybody will be coming to look for you anyway.
Absolutely. You know, and I don't only, you know, a lot of, I'm not condoning anybody, but a lot of iridologists, they go from the iris to to supplements. I like the whole thing, you know, the way you eat, what you're doing in your life and everything. I just want to have a holistic way of healing.
I love it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yeah, can I get your number? Or
Well, you guys are gonna go into a private room right
a
now.
private room. All right.
Right. You do
All
your
right.
training there. If anyone wants to go chat with Millie and exchange information, she's still available for private sessions throughout the night. So this is why people like Mill come here to show you what she's got, how she can help support you or the family that you love and your loved ones. I have a lot of people I'm going to be sending to her. I'm super excited. I learned a lot. That was really cool. I have a good picture of my eyeballs. It looks like something from another world, but that was a while ago. I'd like to take some pictures again.
Okay.